Welcome to our video on South Carolina Lease and Landlord-Tenant Laws. Landlords need to be familiar with their state's laws to manage their rental units well. To help you do that, here are some important landlord-tenant laws in the Palmetto State. The lease agreement is the foundation of the landlord-tenant relationship. It's a legally binding contract between a landlord and tenant that outlines all rules and terms of the rental relationship. A standard lease agreement is a one-year, fixed-term contract. A South Carolina lease should include basic terms like rent amount, rent due date, lease term, late fee policies, and pet policies. Additionally, a strong lease covers details like pest control, snow removal, air filter responsibilities, and yard maintenance. If the rental unit was built before 1978, landlords must provide tenants with a lead-based paint disclosure and pamphlet. If the landlord owns 4 or more units, and charges different amounts for the security deposit, the rules for setting the security deposit must be included in the lease agreement or listed in a conspicuous place.
Next, let's talk about key South Carolina Landlord-Tenant Laws. There is no limit on the amount landlords can charge for the security deposit, but it should be reasonable and discussed in the lease agreement. The security deposit must be returned within 30 days of the end of the tenancy. Landlords must give at least 24 hours notice to enter the rental unit for non-emergencies. When entering for maintenance requested by the tenant, landlords may enter between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m., but when entering for periodic maintenance, like changing air filters, they may only enter between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. There is no limit on late fees, but they should be discussed in the lease agreement and reasonably related to expenses incurred due to the late payment. South Carolina landlords may require tenants to get renters insurance and can make failure to do so a breach of the lease agreement. Landlords can charge a return payment fee of up to $30. This fee should be discussed in the lease agreement. Fixed-term leases terminate at the end of the period, unless otherwise stated. Either party can terminate a month-to-month lease agreement with 30 days' notice. South Carolina has no limits on rent increases. However, the lease should discuss notice requirements and the procedure for increasing rent.
South Carolina landlords must keep rental units in a safe and habitable condition. Tenants should promptly notify landlords of any needed repairs, and landlords must make repairs within 14 days. If landlords fail to make necessary repairs, tenants have specific rights, including the right to withhold rent and the right to make the repairs themselves and deduct this expense from their rent payment. Retaliation by the landlord against tenants is strictly prohibited. If a tenant fails to pay rent or violates the lease agreement, the landlord may be forced to start the eviction process. In these situations, landlords must strictly follow South Carolina law and can never resort to self-help eviction methods, such as changing locks or shutting off utilities. Congratulations! You're now ready to create a South Carolina lease and manage your rental unit. Our lease agreement automatically includes all required disclosures and gives you state assist tips as you build it. It's easy to customize online and includes unlimited access to our electronic signing tool, EasySign. As you manage your rental, remember that we have over 400 property management forms, including South Carolina-specific forms. Visit easylandlordforms.com to start your tenant screening and create a South Carolina lease agreement that's guaranteed to comply with all South Carolina lease laws.